I'm Butel, I'm the Artistic Director of State Theatre Company South Australia, and today we're in the beautiful foyer of the redeveloped Her Majesty's Theatre, where we're opening Gaslight by Patrick Hamilton, which starts previews this Thursday night, September 4, and runs till September 19 here in this magnificent place.
Yes, it's actually really impressive to see such an updated building as well, like coming from what it was to what it is now. How has the change from, because you were originally at Dustin's Playhouse for the performance, how has it changed coming to Her Majesty's?
Yeah, so this beautiful theatre, so they've kept the front facade, everything else has been redeveloped, and originally, as we said, Gaslight was in the Dunstan Playhouse, but with COVID, we can only play to half capacity, 50%, so there's checkerboard seating, so every second chair is empty. So the generous Adelaide Festival Centre, who own this venue, has said, why don't you flip from the Playhouse to Her Majesty's so we can get more people in. Therefore, 50% capacity of 1,500 seater is more than a 50% of 600 seater.
Exactly.
So yeah, and we've bumped in yesterday. It looks beautiful in there, and it means we can get all the audience that booked previously to come to the show. But it also has meant we've been able to sell lots of other tickets to it, selling incredibly well. So people obviously feel safe enough to come back into the theatre again to witness beautiful live theatre, which is fantastic.
Definitely. You are from Sydney. Coming down to Adelaide, and you have worked with a lot of Adelaide theatres for a while now, so you have a pretty good scope of the art scene here and everything. How do you think it's going to go moving forward with the restrictions and being, as you said before, we've got so much less transition cases than somewhere like Sydney or Melbourne at the moment? How do you see Adelaide really benefiting from that?
Yeah, it's really interesting. I think we're at a good place actually, because the transmission's been low, and then so the festival seems to be very generous to lots of companies. So in terms of, they've waived the rental actually of Her Majesty's for Gaslight. They're still paying for front of house and security and cleaning, but similarly with Patch, just in there my shadow, which they flipped from the space into the Playhouse. So they're kind of moving things to different venues, hopefully to accommodate audience. So I think that might happen a little bit going forward. The whole 50% capacity might continue into next year, which will impact lots of companies. And harder for smaller companies, like so Theatre Republic is doing the Bleeding Three. I like the song. We're doing it in Tanzania, but may need to move that to a larger venue. Yeah, so that might happen a little bit, but we're very lucky to be healthy and safe, and so it just means everyone has to be a bit agile. But certainly there's so many great young companies like Theatre Republic and Rumpus and Bakehouse. There's so many great things happening. So it's a very vibrant thing, which is terrific.
I've recently come into being the Artistic Director for State Theatre Company. 2020 season was going to be your debut. How has COVID changed that for you?
Yeah, so it's obviously like the whole world. It's been an unfortunate and awful thing, but we did Dance Nation, or Dance Nation, as the South Australians say, for the festival at the Scott Theatre, and then we had to cancel 5 other shows. But Gaslight is on, and then Ripcord, which I'm directing with the legendary Nancy Hayes, will be on in November, back at the Playhouse. So even though we had to cancel a lot, we've done lots of other things during the year. We did a great, we talked before about a great digital project we've done with Act Now Theatre called To Camera 2.0, which has been a kind of theatre film hybrid. It's kind of essentially each week 10 monologues with 10 new writers, employing 10 different actors. We've employed, I think, overall 88 people on it, and over 10 weeks. So we've got 2 more episodes of that to air on this Friday night, next Friday night. It's been a wonderful, wonderful project. And lots of new faces and new voices, things for our audience to engage with. The theatre during COVID and how it'll work, I think we talked about this before.
Yeah.
So the checkerboard seating inside, so every seat is empty. The side, you're one in front, one behind. There's hand sanitizer throughout the building.
And I did see the placement stickers placed here.
Please don't sit here.
Up at stage door,
that's
so
right.
everything's still getting ready to go out.
That's right, they've just put baths up before. And in terms of handrails, etc., they'll be wiped down 50% during the night. There'll be a lot of cleaning during the night. The bars won't be open during the show, just so as to discourage kind of congregation in the foyers. And but there'll be bathrooms to be open, etc. during interval, because this gaslight's quite long. It's about 2 hours 45 with interval, I think. So it's very compelling. It's all running out of days.
Oh, wonderful.
It's awesome. So people will have a good time, but they'll also feel safe and and hopefully COVID safe.
Throughout.
Oh, yeah.
So it's been awesome to see like just how much of the local South Australian community is put on show through what was like could have been something very drastically different for the arts, but you guys have found it through it, which is absolutely amazing.
And lots of new voices too, like lots of people who are poets who haven't written specifically for theatre before, and lots of First Nations voices, culturally diverse voices. There's been a queer stream, people with kind of lived experience and disability. So it's been great. Like it's not just tragic middle-aged white men watching it. It's been fantastic.